Alrighty, everybody, we are back here with round 2 of the Materia Cup here in Canada at Red Dragon Comics, Cards, and Games. Huge shoutouts to them. Shoutouts to Mike Byrne of Ready Check Raideo for allowing me to get these videos. Go give him a follow on Twitch and YouTube and all of the fun places. I will have descriptions for that in the YouTube, or links for that in the YouTube description down below. And again, of course, one huge shout out to Hobby Japan and Square Enix for allowing me to commentate these all the way in the land down under. And first things first, we have Nicholas discarding 2. We're going for a King Tycoon. So probably either a 4-color good stuff or a Refia Control. Getting Elena, that's to be expected. You can see Ferris here sometimes if we're on a 4-color good stuff list, but pretty solid start. I see like a Cullen and a Tyro. Definitely a 4-color good stuff going on here. We're slamming down the Lena as well. We want the second backup. Drawing 2. And that's a Sarah FFL with an Aria in hand. You know exactly what that means. We are on some Gigawall shenanigans today. Really struggling to decide what the last 2 are. We're ditching the second copy of Aria. I'm a little surprised at that. Such a good searcher. Can kind of get you the follow-up. Gigawall, guarantees the backup. We're getting Gigawall in the 4-color Warrior of Light, probably to enable that ever so powerful Gilgamesh Brave Exvius, and we got a bit of a scary situation for Nicholas. The Ingus, that does confirm this is going to be Refia Control versus Gigawall. 2 of the most powerful, prominent decks in the metagame. A lot's going to hinge on this right here. If Nicholas has got the Amaterasu, Chris is going to be in a bit of a world of hurt. Now, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but this is like what we're looking for. I don't see the Amaterasu here, so I think Nicholas is kind of banking on this being a relatively low impact reveal. We're trying to decide. We have the Amaterasu already in hand for Chris, which is very scary. It means that Shantoto is not going to be alive. Ditching a Scholar Bahamut. Not needing that Bahamut. We're not scared of the Sid Randell. Ooh, I mean, that's a pretty low impact hit, all things considered. We're just going to get maybe a Dull Freeze. I think we've got Water, Fire, Ice, Lightning. That's not even the Dull Freeze yet, is it? Water, Fire, Ice, and Lightning, yeah. Chris was definitely hoping to hit something a little more impactful than that. Doesn't even... Oh, they're saying we're going to combat. Swing in, puts the Mist Dragon in the damage. And passes it over, but not even the Dull Freeze here. Let's see if Nicholas has got something. We're just going to go right for this Tyro, I imagine. We're going to dare Chris to put us on 4 damage. The Tyro is going to also put us on the 4 colors. We'll be able to cast a 4-color Warrior of Light next turn. Oh dear, that was not what Chris wanted to see at all. Sometimes, I mean, it's a reveal 5. Sometimes you just don't get the reveal you need. Sitting on 2 copies of Warrior of Light plus an Amaterasu in hand. Yeah, he just... He could have gone for a triple attack there, I suppose, but it's so all in and doesn't end the game. We can still go for the triple attack here. We have this Aromasin Bin. If we double Ultimate Shield, we can get 3 damage plus the 5th with the Light Wall, but that doesn't end the game. And we're in this awkward spot now where Nicholas is daring him. He's saying, yeah, go ahead, put me to 3 damage, see what happens. We have to do something to get this Gilgamesh to at least Dull Freeze, I imagine. Chris is just, you can tell he's not happy with that. We're not even doing it. We're just going to swing in, put the Amaterasu, put him to 3. Nicholas hits the Tyro on the burst. Oh, no. There's the Refia. There's the girl of the hour. I don't have a good feeling about this one from Chris's perspective. Now, to be fair, a lot of people Gigawall can win without resolving a good Gigawall. We do still have the ability to kind of steal the game out of nowhere, especially this Warrior of Light probably is not going anywhere. Same for the Gilgamesh. And we are representing lethal next turn with the Gilgamesh based on the cards in hand. We just need to not... Vincent, we're going to lock down those backups. We do have at least one Ultimate Shield in hand, 2 Ultimate Shields. And Chris might actually have this from here if we have the Amaterasu, we have the Ultimate Shield. I might have spoken a little too soon. This is kind of where Nicholas wants to be, but Chris might just be able to aggro him out in this situation. We're going to hit the 2 win sources. That makes sense. And then we're going to hit the Ingus in case we draw something like a Shantoto. Is that 3 cards in hand. We can't cast the Amaterasu here. So if Nicholas can find that Shantoto, he might be alright. We're in the tank a little bit here. We can use one of those Ultimate Shields on Chris's side to protect. You can see Nicholas is debating what to do. Bit of a gummy situation. If Nicholas can survive this, he's very favored from here. But this is a lot of damage potential on board, and he knows it. We're going to dull the Lena. We're going to pitch a card in hand. Do we have the Ferris? Just the Refia. That's going to get us the 2 backups back. We don't get the draw yet. And we don't have the spin live with Refia. There's the Ferris. That's a pretty big one. So we're going to get a search, and we're going to be able to do 1k to everybody. There's the Arc. We do have the 4-color Warrior of Light, so we can cast the Arc. Bring back, hopefully, something like an Ingus if we had to pitch one earlier in the turn. I don't love that. That's really... We're setting up for a future turn, but Chris... I mean... Nicholas doesn't know that Chris has the Light Warrior of Light in hand. So he thinks he's probably okay to go another turn here. And we're going to get some bad news in just a second, I imagine, which is that... actually, that Gilgamesh is going nowhere. We have the 4 colors, so it's an 8k Gilgamesh. It's not dead to the Ferris. Oh, okay, we're going to redirect... We're saying actually we're going to hit the Vincent instead. Might have been just checking the power on that. What's Chris trying to decide here? I almost wonder if you just let the Vincent go. You don't need it. It's done its job. And kind of represent that like false sense of security a little bit. Yeah, he's checking again in the bin. Unless Nicholas... I mean, the punish here is exactly Mist Dragon in hand, if Nicholas has one. But the fact that he was looking at Gilgamesh first tells me that I don't think he has that. Although, now that I think about it, the Gilgamesh can't get the Refia or the Ferris out of the way. This isn't lethal without the Vincent on field, which does complicate things. So what are we more okay with losing here? Is it the 4-color, or is it the Light Warrior of Light if we decide to go for it? We're deciding. And the nice thing, if we keep the light one in hand, we don't reveal any hidden information. If we show the light one, Nicholas knows the hand is 4-color Warrior of Light plus something. But if we want to play something next turn, it's a lot better to have that 4-color Warrior of Light in hand than the light one. Really, really interesting situation here. What's the play? So I see a Warrior of Light. I'm trying to peek the hand from Nicholas there, but he is not. He's keeping it away from the camera. Where's the Steve D when you need him? We are going to use the Ultimate Shield here. We're going to protect that. And we are allowed to untap. We have Amaterasu plus the 4-color Warrior of Light in hand. I mean, this Ultimate Shield's about to go really hard. We're double checking the break zone. We have the... We're missing Earth and Wind. That's a Cryle, Warrior of Light, and the Mist Dragon. Nicholas does have the answer to the Gilgamesh in the bin already, or in the hand already. Really in the tank here. I mean, Chris has to stick to this aggro game plan at this point. It's all he's really got going for him. Did not see what Chris drew for turn there, but I mean, the Ultimate Shield is so important here, right? I can't imagine we don't go for that. Might look at Leo, just get an extra card on field. I mean, Zach doesn't do much. If we have a lightning card, we can go for a cloud. Just straight up remove the Ferris and make it really annoying. Alright, looks like we're moving to combat. We're going to get the bad news about the Mist Dragon in hand. And a little bit of frustration on Chris's side there. Now, we can still probably get at least the buff on Gilgamesh if we attack. If we just want an Ultimate Shield for funsies. It's going to do at least 2 damage. We're going to attack. We're swinging. There's the Tycoon. That's really powerful. It's going to get us another copy of Ferris or the Lena. Either one really could be annoying for us. It's got to be another Ferris, right? Yeah, we're getting the Ferris. And that now says that we can block this Gilgamesh and be completely fine with it. Even if Chris does Ultimate Shield to protect. And I mean, we got to do something here. We're in a weird spot. But now that the ref, we can't let that Refia untap though, right? We're offering the Ferris trade. We're taking it with, and then do we have the lightning card in hand for the cloud? We're going to swing the Vincent, try to push the damage, or we're going to lock the Tyra. We can't let the 4-color Warrior of Light hit the field, apparently. Looking at a Leo, kind of deciding that the Gilgamesh game plan is not going to be there. No, we're going to go ahead and pass it, keep our hand as is. We do have the Amaterasu for the Ferris entry, which will be... It's something. Nicholas sitting on that 6-cost levy in hand now, too. We don't have fire for the Ferris. If we don't have... I guess we do have the Arc we can go for here. Oh, we do have the fire. Okay, so there's the Ferris. I mean, we have to unlock the search, right? We're allowing the search. And get ourselves that 4-color Warrior of Light to hand. And beautiful full art. Nicholas with a very high rarity deck over there. And Chris holding the Amaterasu still. I mean, we can snipe the Refia here with... Yes, we go to combat. Start a combat. Refia is on the stack. Now we Amaterasu. Interesting that Nicholas didn't have anything like... Nicholas should have held priority there, I imagine, to spin the Warrior of Light. Granted, maybe we just don't want it off the field, but I almost wonder if the draw would have been worth it there. There's Cyan. That's something. That gets us the ability to clear some of the field. I mean, I think Chris is just way too behind at this point, though. We do have a lot of cards in hand. We can make something happen, maybe? We're just going to go right to combat. We're going to swing the Warrior of Light. Happily take it. There's the third Ferris. Ditching a Ferris of our own for a Leo. Give ourselves a draw, flipping a Leela. Makes sense. We've had that on field. The Warrior of Light the whole time. I don't think that the Sid Randell answer is the way for this game in particular. And we're going to pass. And we're looking again. Too many cards in hand for a Victoria line. And there's no lightning for a cloud. So I think... Yeah, we could do like mutually assured destruction with the Ferrises, but that's not a winning trade for Chris. And here comes the 4-color Warrior of Light. Yep, we'll allow it. Draw ourselves a card. Do we find ourselves Ferris access or Refia access? We can go 6-cost levy, put that Warrior of Light in the bottom of the deck, get back the Refia if we wanted to. I mean, we're so far ahead at this point. We also can just play down this Ingus in hand we have. I mean, Kusith getting back the Refia also does it. I don't think there's a second Amat in Chris's hand. We're going to go ahead, go all of them, spin that Warrior of Light. We're on damage 5. It's funny, Ultimate Shield Amaterasu would go really hard here for Chris. But even that wouldn't have been enough, I don't think. You just got to get anything on the field. Yeah, we're thinking. I mean, we have the 4-color Warrior of Light. We can Ultimate Shield to protect both the Leo and... But... I mean, this is what the Refia Control deck does. It's why it's so strong and so oppressive. Untap all of our stuff, draw a card. We're keeping the Warrior of Light on the field. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess, like... What combination of cards does it? Like, Gilgamesh plus Ultimate Shield maybe does it? Specifically the third Light Warrior of Light? We're looking at our hand. I don't think we drew it. Yeah, I mean, this really just comes down to that reveal for Chris at the start of the game, hitting only 2 cards, both with the same name, and way too early. Just put him in a rough spot. And he's been fighting an uphill battle ever since against probably the premier control deck of the format. Looks like we're going to go for a Cloud. Try to deal with that Refia again. Nicholas lets it go. Makes sense. You don't want to give... Even with the cards in hand, we really are just looking to survive. And we've got access to get her back next turn if we want to. And Nicholas staring at a full grip of cards. We have the ability to go for the Cyan, but that's not... Yeah, we don't have the Ice card to cast the Gilgamesh, even if we did. We're going to go ahead and pass it back over, it looks like. Oh, we're going to go for the throat a little bit here. 6-cost Levy with our last 2 backups. Put the Leo back in hand and put the... we're going to put the Warrior Light on top of the deck. I guess we don't have enough cards to cast another one anyway, so might as well do that. Remove the potential entirely. Nope, we're going to pass the Cloud. Okay. Close enough. Still passes. Now we just got to get our damage across here. We can go get that Lunith out of the hand even if we wanted to. Go like the Tyro and the Ingus for the Lunith. Then play the Refia with the Lena, duel the Warrior of Light, kill the Leo. I mean, the world's our oyster at this point. There's the Refia. Go ahead and spin the Warrior of Light. Get rid of the chance of an EX burst. Ping the Leo. Refia resolves. Draw ourselves a card. We have 2 Zidanes. We can cast one if we really want to here, but yeah, now we're going to go through the motions here. Swing the Warrior of Light, swing the Ferris. We still have the spin live. There's the Zidane. We're going to take a peek at the hand. Don't know if there's anything we're too scared of here. I mean, like, Gilgamesh could do something, but you have to kill the Refia and to go from there. So I think really for the most part, the Zidane is just accelerating the clock. Maybe the Cyan, but even the Cyan on the stack of his entry, you can just spin the Cyan away. Draw 1 and 2. Lethal on board from Nicholas. What do we got? We did draw the last Warrior of Light. We have a Lena, Zeromus, Vincent. I think we needed to hit exactly Gilgamesh there to have a chance. I mean, those are good cards. Lena's going to not have all of our text, actually, if we wanted to spin the Zeromus here. So Zeromus still freeze, probably hits the Tyro. Because... oh, hitting the Ferris. Okay. Okay, never mind. We do have 4 colors from the Lena. Now we can, in response, just go ahead and spin that Zeromus and turn that text off. Nah, we're just going to sack the Zidane. Doesn't even matter. Who needs the Zidane anyway? Victoria, that's a dead Refia. I mean, and now Chris is representing lethal on field again. Oh, never mind. The Ferris ping does deal with the Zeromus. But I mean, Chris has got a board again. It's an arc in hand, though. That is a arc sighted. That's going to be really strong here in just a second. Yeah, arc, target the Refia. No response from Chris. He's out of cards in hand. Activate the 2 backups and the Warrior of Light. Probably on the stack. We're going to use the Warrior of Light ping. We're going to go ahead and pop something for 5. I mean, Chris isn't dead this turn, but that is the exact card Nicholas was looking for. So I think we can... oh, we're even going to give the Ferris Braid before combat? Nah, we're just going to go ahead, dole the 4. And the Warrior of Light. That's going to go ahead and finish off the big Warrior of Light. We're going to go ahead and put the Lena on top. Avoid any chance of that EX burst. Swing with the Ferris. Wipe out the Victoria. Reveal the Lena. Onion Knights. None of those can attack. We have no cards in hand. And I don't think Scholar's going to do it. Get ourselves a crystal, draw a card. Pass turn. We're going to play it all the way out. Go to combat, swing, and Ferris for game. GG's. Yeah, that first reveal for Chris was just really unlucky. I think, okay, I was say we're probably going to look through our break zone, pull up the Gilgamesh, and kind of, you know, point out that really was not what you're looking for there. And to be fair, I mean, Nicholas played that very well. Kind of used his opponent's misfortune to his advantage. Played it as good as you could hope. Alrighty, and with that, our round 2 feature match is over. Once again, huge thanks to Ready Check Raideo. Go follow them, and I will see you all in the next one.